Good afternoon, everybody, or whatever time it is where you are. Welcome back to episode 2 of Hoops and Hot Takes, where today we will be talking about trade destinations for Kevin Durant and Giannis and trashing the Magic for like their terrible decision on Desmond Bane. Like this franchise altering, future ruining decision. Like what are they doing? But
That's
first,
actually not true. I'm for on this trade.
yeah,
I
I'm
think the
also,
Magic made a
but
good
we'll
deal.
talk about that. We'll talk about that. Two guys that don't know ball here. But first, uh, we need to talk about we need to talk about Jeannie Buss, who
Uh,
just sold the Lakers this morning for $10 billion
$10 billion.
to the guy who owns the Dodgers. What do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about this sale?
I think it's good for Lakers, really good for Lakers because Genie Bus they weren't like they did not want to spend all that money for the team. So I think with the new owner, they definitely could make
Dude,
the
really?
roster
They
a
didn't
lot
want to
better.
spend the money? I was not aware. I thought Jeannie
The
Buss
tax,
just
they
like
didn't want to pay
wrote,
the tax.
"Oh, cheap owners. What are we doing, bro?" All right. Uh, it does definitely scares me because as a Dodgers fan, I know like this guy has like unlimited money. Like he actually just like handed out like a $1 billion contract basically.
Yeah.
So like he'll actually just sign everybody. And now
Oh,
I'm
I
kind
saw.
of
Wait, he
scared
was the
for the
guy. He
Pacers.
was he the one that got ejected in the Dodgers game when Otani got hit? Was that him?
I don't
Was the owner
know.
or was it the head
I
coach? I
don't know
can't
because
remember.
the Dodgers, he's like the main shareholder, but it's like a sports group. Like it's like
Yeah.
like four or
Oh,
five different people. So I
uh-huh.
actually don't know. But yeah, now I'm kind of scared that the Pacers will no longer be able to sign Miles Turner because he'll just hand like an absurd contract.
Yeah.
I mean, do we know
But
why this
Miles Turner
happened?
though, is he that good? I don't really know about that.
No.
No, he's probably the Lakers' best option. Like you're not getting it. Like he's a borderline top 10 center, and no one else is really available like that.
Top 10. Maybe.
Sure,
Maybe.
sure.
Or, but why did this happen? Do you guys know? I mean, it's like, seems kind of random.
I don't know.
I mean,
Just
they
sometimes
bought
you just
it
want to
back
sell a
then
team.
for like 65 million
Yeah, I
or
mean, it was a
something.
long time ago. It's like,
Like 50 years ago.
yeah, yeah, like in the 70s. Like yeah, it was a long time ago. Jerry Buss.
They bought it like Magic's rookie year.
Yeah, yeah. So like
Yeah.
79. Yeah, it's been
Yeah,
for a
it's been
year.
a while.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
all right, we got to talk a little bit about the finals that's going on because
Mhm.
there are finals games that are going on.
Yeah.
Uh, Not much to say. You know, kind of just been how we predicted it. Tyrese Halliburton injury, very unfortunate, very sad. Makes me want to cry,
Yeah.
but yeah,
I think it really
these
should have
things
been
happen.
3-2 for the Pacers right now because that game four, honestly, I thought the Pacers had that.
Yeah, but then you could say the same thing about that game one. So
Nah. But for game four, the Pacers were like they're literally like on top of them the entire game until like the last 3 minutes.
yeah,
This
the same
for
thing
the
about
Thunder.
game one. The Thunder were like on top of the Pacers the entire game until like the last 1 minute.
No,
So
it's like
You
the
lose
last
hope
point
already?
three seconds.
yeah,
You
these
lost hope
these
already?
things these things happen. No, I did not lose hope. Actually, let's give our predictions. Carson, what is your prediction?
Yeah, so I'm not sure who I got winning game six. If I had to say, probably Thunder. But if it goes to game seven, like I don't know, my gut instinct is just telling me the Pacers. Yeah.
I think if Halliburton played like this again, there's not going to be game seven.
I actually think it doesn't matter. I don't think it matters whether or not Halliburton plays game six. I just have this feeling that somebody on the Pacers better drop
Yeah.
50 and force game seven.
I mean
Like I'm
that's
not
true.
even kidding.
TJ McConnell?
TJ McConnell 50-point game would not hate it. Would not hate it.
No, actually, bro, I can see it. I can see it from Mathurin, bro. He can drop it like a 40, 50.
That's true. I think if Halliburton doesn't play and Mathurin starts, he could drop like 30. But I don't know. I as a Pacers fan, I can't be picking against them. So Pacers in seven. It's always been Pacers in seven. I said it in the original like series prediction. It's either Thunder in six or Pacers in seven. And
Yeah.
like right now, that seems like what it's gonna be, Because if Pacers force game seven, we're not losing game seven.
Mhm.
Like we are sacrificing every other sports player. We'll sacrifice like Herb's. We'll sacrifice our owner.
You already did. I mean, Colts owner.
That's the
Yeah.
Colts owner. But we'll
Yeah.
sacrifice the Pacers owner. We will sacrifice Anthony Richardson's other shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And TJ McConnell has scored 30 points once. It's his career high. So I wouldn't bet on him scoring 50.
But you know who will score 50? No. Oh, Siakam and Matherin will both score 50 next game. That's my prediction. Both scoring 50.
Okay.
And we will blow them out 200 to 110.
All right. All right. All right.
Okay. Oh, I think it's about time to move on to the Desmond Bane trade. You guys can go first, because I will be hating.
Yeah,
Austin,
right.
you want to go first or I can go first?
Okay,
Okay.
I'll go first then. Um,
Okay.
yeah. So when I first saw the trade, like everyone else, very surprising. Don't think anyone was talking about it. No rumors. Not that I've heard of. Definitely the four first round picks, also very surprising. It means a lot for the rest of the offseason, and it's gonna be interesting to see um like the market value of first round picks. However, ultimately, I think this is a good move for the Magic. I think the four first round picks, I'm not too sure. I have to check which teams picks those belong to. But if the majority of them are Magic picks, I have no issue with that. They're going to be good for quite a while.
One of them's like the
Okay.
Suns pick.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like one of the
Yeah.
Suns unpredicted picks.
okay. Suns pick. I mean, Suns still have talent. I'm not sure where they're going, the Suns. But the Magic, I mean, they have a young, solid team. They're only going to get better. I think their picks are always going to be around that like 15 to 25 range for like the next 5 years or so. And so if you look at like the recent like 20 overall draft picks, no one like too substantial. You're probably not going to get some of great value there. Desmond Bane, he really fits the roster in the way that he's an answer to a lot of their weaknesses. The Magic have been notorious for not being able to shoot the three. Desmond Bane is one of the best three-point shooters in the league. You can shoot off the dribble. You can shoot you can shoot catch and catch and shoot. So he's just one of the best shooters in the league. Last season they signed KCP, hoping that he could be like the shooter that they needed. He wasn't. They traded him for Bane. So yeah, I like this move. Right. What do you have to add?
Yeah, me too. I'm on Carson's side on this. I think Desmond Bane is the answer for them too, because he's like a 40%, 41% three-point shooter, and he averaged 5.4 assists like for the last two seasons. So he does play make. And if you watch the Magic's like play this season, which
Yeah.
I watched a lot, I have no idea why, because I just like it just happens that I bet on them. But like if you watch their games, it's so painful because on their offense, like it's either Bankero dribbling the ball for like 30 seconds or it's freaking Franz Wagner dribbling the ball for like 30 seconds. And it's just everyone's just standing in the corners and Bankero's like backing down from the three-point line. So I think with Desmond Bane, it could definitely change up their offensive like motion a lot, because for the on the Grizzlies team, he's always been more of a he's not really that much of a ball handler, but more of
Yeah.
a finisher and like just catch and shooter. So I think with him on the Magic, it really opens up with a lot of opportunities for Franz Wagner and Bankero for them to play make, which Bankero does play make. It's just like his assists are up there, but if you actually watch the game, it's actually pretty painful to see him throw the ball like across the court. But with Desmond Bane, I think that could hopefully help him improve his offensive game as well. And
All
one thing
right,
I
my
saw
turn.
about Desmond
Oh,
Bane is that like Steph Curry was the only player last season that finished with a higher like catch and shoot like percentage off
Mhm.
jumpers. So I think that's something that speaks to how good of a shooter he is.
all right, my turn. I hate this trade so much.
I
Like
do.
for the Magic. Obviously, I love the Grizz. What this does for the Grizzlies, it gives them a chance. You can with this. I think because you have swap rights with Phoenix, so you have swap rights in the 26 pick. You have swap rights with both Phoenix and Washington. So this is a good pick to be sending the Suns way if the Grizzlies are thinking about Kevin Durant. But like for the Magic, I actually just don't know what they're doing. Like the most important thing about this team, the most important flaw is like Franz Wagner and Paolo Banchero clearly do not fit next to each other. Like at least as of right now, their fit right now is horrible. Franz Wagner is so much better without Banchero on the court than with Banchero on the court. Like that is your biggest problem, and this trade does not solve that problem at all. And you still have not figured out how your stars are going to mesh together, and you just traded for a third star that you still don't know if it's going to fit. We've seen these problems with these big threes where the teams just don't fit. Like you bring in Bradley Beal, and he just does not fit with Katie and Devin Booker. And right now, you have a team that your top two stars don't fit yet, and you're already making a move for a third star. It's just unbelievably stupid. It shows a team that has absolutely zero patience at all. Like, what are we doing? Why are we trading for Desmond Bane when you could literally trade for like Dante DiVincenzo and it's probably going to work out better? It's an unexplicably stupid move from the Magic. No, they could just go to the finals next year and just make me look dumb, which feel free to do that, you know? But like, I think they're just like everybody that is like praising the Magic for doing this, they're just forgetting. Like they're just it's almost as if they're just looking at the paper, like looking at the roster on paper and saying, you know what? These are some good players. And just completely forgetting about the fact that Paolo and Franz don't fit. So I just and also they're making these huge assumptions that Paolo and Franz are just gonna keep getting better. Which I mean, it's not a crazy assumption for Paolo. But like sometimes people just plateau and don't get better. So I just think this is such a boneheaded move from the Magic. Like you could have easily waited one more year.
But again, I think Desmond Bane really helps the second team because the Mavs second team really cannot do much. It's just Franz Wagner and Banchero. But with Desmond Bane and what he's done on the Grizzlies, I think I saw something about like their offensive rating for their lineup with Morant and without Bane is the same as with Bane and without Morant. So I think Bane really can lead that second team. And I think that's what he's going to be doing in the Orlando Magics, which he's going to be leading the second team more than his role that as a starter with alongside Franz Wagner and Banchero.
Oh, we want to know something? Like the Magic second team is so much worse than the Grizzlies second team. The Grizzlies second team has like Scottie Pippen Jr., has like Jalen Wells,
Yeah,
has
that's
like
why they
Vince
needed
Williams
Desmond Bane.
Jr. No, but they have a good second team. The Magic second team just got so much worse from this trade. They just lost Cole Anthony. That's like their best player on the second team. That's like their only player that's worth anything on the second team, other than like I guess Jonathan Isaac. But Jonathan Isaac can't play offense.
Yeah, he can't play offense.
So like
But this is
I
not
don't know what they're
this
doing.
isn't their only move this offseason for sure. So
I
you can't
understand
really
this is
base
not
it
their
off
only
this the
move,
first
but
move.
this is a huge overpay. It completely limits what they can do for the next 5 years.
Carson, what do you have to say?
I mean, in terms of they definitely their assets are depleted after trading four first round picks plus a first round swap rights. So
And
I guess
also,
five
you
trade.
could have gotten Kevin Durant for that. Like that's literally enough to get Kevin Durant. Why did you
Oh,
get Desmond Bane?
well, we don't know if
Yeah,
that.
I saw the meme about like asking for this for the Grizzlies, and they're like, "Oh, you want John Morant?" And they
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
"Nah, we want Desmond Bane."
It's actually just so dumb. Like, first of all, they just like ruined the entire trade market, which honestly I'm fine with. You know, sometimes the trade market needs a little bit of ruining,
Yeah.
but like they actually just screwed themselves over. They definitely could have like now that the Suns see this, Kevin Durant's trade value got better. Like the biggest winners from this
Hmm.
are the Suns and the Bucks. Because if Desmond Bane is going for four unprotected firsts, then like you're gonna need like realistically now the only team that can get Giannis is like the Thunder by giving them their entire treasure chest of picks.
Okay, but how would you compare this with the Mikal Bridges trade though?
Well, Mikal Bridges was five first round picks, but those picks were protected. and like you had like a clear identity moving forward, and you had like playoff series wins. Paolo Banchero's never won a playoff series.
Okay, but if you watch the Magic and Boston series, that was like a like surprisingly really really competitive series.
Yeah, that's because Boston was also a lot worse than we thought they were.
Hmm. That's true.
But again, as a seventh seed with a season full of like injuries from Wagner and Banchero, they were able to do all that, and their defense is actually really really good.
All that, they won one game. They won one playoff game. That's not all that. They won one more playoff game than I did.
Well, I think at the end of the day, in terms of like basketball complement, I definitely think Desmond Bane helps their offense a lot. Right. And I mean last season they were third worst in points per game. And they were the best in terms of opponents' points per game. So what they really need is firepower, and we all know that they lack shooting. Desmond Bane immediately solves that. And yeah, I don't know if they're immediately going to contend. I don't know if they're going to win a championship with this roster. But I think the most important thing in the
They
NBA
will
is
not.
just to
I
give
can tell
yourself
you
a
right
chance.
now, they will not.
Well, I
This
mean,
team is not beating anyone from the West.
2 years ago, who was
This
looking
team's
at
not
the
even going to beat
Pacers
the
and saying they're going to
Pacers.
the finals? If you get yourself a good enough.
Me.
No, but well, you're a Pacers fan. But anyways, like in the NBA, really anyone has a chance. If you're at a certain level, the Magic currently aren't. Well, before the Desmond Bane trade, we're not at the level. Now they might be at the level.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that matters.
See, here's
Yeah.
the thing. I think their offense will get better, but I think their team overall might get worse. Like, sure, their offense is going to get marginally better, but it's not going to be enough to match offenses with like anybody else. Like the Knicks do not have a great offense. The Knicks offense is much better than this whatever this is in the Magic, bro. The Purdue Boilermakers have a better offense than the Orlando Magic.
I mean,
And I'm not gonna lie, you just
yeah.
added like the shortest arms in the league. Like there's no one with like shorter arms. His arms are the same length as mine.
Okay, that
Your
doesn't
their
change
defense,
anything though. His rebound and
their
assists are
defense is
still up
not
there.
their defense is getting worse. Their defense is going to get worse.
Well, they gave up.
Have you seen how many times he's had a triple double this season? It's actually crazy.
Yeah, but triple double does not mean defense.
I mean, he's still a
Tyrese
solid enough
Halliburton has had
defender.
triple
He's not a
doubles.
great defender. He's probably not like Contavious Cowboy Pope. Like he can't. He's not a point of attack defender. You can just throw on the opponent's best ball handler. But Contavious Cowboy Pope is like what? KCP's like 33, 34. He's old. He's regressed. He barely played last
Yeah.
season.
Horrible.
Cole Anthony does not play much as well. In terms of player personnel that they gave up,
Cole Anthony,
barely
Cole
anything.
Anthony was pivotal in that play-in game win. Without Cole Anthony, the Hawks would be the seventh seed.
I mean, you good.
I'm
But
pretty.
again, he's
Did
just a
Cole
player
Anthony?
off the
Talented
bench
I'm
for
player. He's
20
pretty.
gonna
minutes every
have
game.
games or so. Yeah,
No,
but
I'm pretty sure. I swear, like Cole Anthony had like 35 in that play-in
no,
game.
no.
Yeah, no, he did. He did have a really good game. But just because he had a really good game doesn't mean that he had a great season.
No, he's
Yeah,
not on the
sure, he
level
didn't
of
have a
Desmond
great
Bane.
season, but without Cole Anthony, Trey Young is playing the Boston Celtics.
Well, I mean, we can talk about like these like hypothetical situations, but I mean, he had a good game. Cool, good for him. He's not Desmond Bane. And he's not a great shooter. He doesn't really play
Desmond
very
Bane,
often.
again, if you want a good shooter, there's so many better options. Like they could
There
have
really
just like I swear you
there
probably
aren't
could have
that many
sent like a
options.
second.
Ryan just said only Steph Curry had a better catch and shoot last season.
You could have like sent like 2 second-round picks to the Bucks and gotten both AJ Green and Gary Trent Jr. Like that's such a better option than trading 4 first-round picks for Desmond Bane.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Let's give them to end this like segment, I guess just give them a quick like grade for both the Magic
okay.
and this
Okay.
season. Yeah.
All right, I'll start.
Okay.
Grizzlies get an A+ from me. They actually just like went to the Magic, stole their lunch money, and then handed them a bag of chips. Like that's basically what they did. Their depth gets better. Now they're now in position to make some like they're making in position to make some big moves this offseason. They're possibly like now KD contenders, Giannis contenders, maybe even like I don't know if the Clippers want to blow it up, maybe Kawhi or James Harden contenders. Like if if Nico Harrison wants to make a dumb trade again, maybe they're Cooper Flag contenders, you know? Like they now have so much flexibility for this offseason. Maybe they can go get Jaylen Brown, you know, John Morant for Jaylen Brown. But yeah, like great move from the Grizzlies. Magic. I'll give you like an F plus. You got something back, but you got fleeced.
F plus. Okay.
Okay, I kind of agree on the Grizzlies half. They did get a lot of picks. It allows them to make a lot of moves this offseason and for the future. But I think okay, I'll give the Grizzlies like a A minus. But again, for the Magic though, I think it's definitely at least a B plus for them.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say a B for the Magic and a B minus for the Grizzlies. Yeah.
Actually, I'm changing my grade for the uh for the Magic. I'll give them an E, which stands for eliminated, which is what they're gonna be next year.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see. We'll come
All
back to
right.
this after they make the playoffs, dude.
Yeah.
Oh no, obviously I think they're gonna make the playoffs. I just think they're getting E eliminated in the first round.
Um, yeah. We'll
I
see.
think they can easily be like the fifth seed next season
Yeah,
if they had
and
a
they'll get
healthy season.
eliminated,
Yeah.
and they'll get eliminated by the fourth seed.
Okay.
Like if they face the Boston Celtics without Jason Tatum, I'm not sure they win.
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't be so sure as well, but yeah.
Like next year, realistically, the fourth seed is gonna be like Cade Cunningham and the Pistons. Like, let's be
Yeah.
honest,
Probably.
Cade Cunningham is destroying Desmond Bane, destroying him, stuffing him in a locker. This entire team is getting stuffed in a locker. All right.
There's a hater.
Okay, I think it's whoa, no hater. Just true, just nothing but a pure analysis. Pure
Yeah.
analysis. All right. Let's talk about some Kevin Durant trade destinations. So we will be putting every trade destination for Kevin Durant into a tier list.
All right, let's move over to the tier list. Boom. The Kevin Durant trade destination tier list.
Okay. Well, let's just go in alphabetical order. First team is the Hawks. What do you guys think about the Hawks?
Or I actually don't believe it's in
I
alphabetical
think
order, but yeah, the Hawks, sure.
yeah.
Yeah, it's Atlanta, Boston, Dallas, Denver. It's alphabetical order.
No, it's not. That's just pure coincidence. Because that is
Okay.
Golden State. Yeah.
Okay, you're right. All right. I'll start. I think the Hawks should be put in D. I don't even think they should be. I don't even think they belong in this tier list. It's
Yeah,
just
I agree.
Carson has like this weird thing for Trae Young and the Hawks, where he actually just like so delusional about them, so he added them. Like literally, the Pacers have a better chance of getting Kevin Durant than the Hawks. The Hawks have nothing. They still owe the Spurs like 2 first round picks for the Dejounte Murray trade. And like unless they're trying to give up like Dyson Daniels or like Jalen Johnson, they're not getting Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think the Hawks should. I don't think it's a good landing spot for either of them.
See, I don't know about
Yeah.
how exactly the Hawks would get Kevin Durant, but I think if the Hawks, potentially have the option of getting Kevin Durant, pairing him with, Trae Young, with Jalen Johnson, still injured,
Well, I'm just gonna cut
and
you
that
off right there. I'm just gonna cut you off right there.
yeah.
This is Kevin Durant we're talking about. He'll fit on any team. Stop the glaze. Stop the
Okay.
glaze. He fits on every single team. You could put him on the Wizards and be like, I really like that fit with Jordan Poole.
I mean, you're not wrong, right? But the Wizards are, why would they get Kevin Durant? They're a bottom three team in
Yeah, and why
NBA.
would the Atlanta Hawks get Kevin Durant?
Because with Kevin
This is
Durant,
the exact same question.
with Kevin Durant, are they on the level of the Magic of the Pistons? Yeah, I
It's
think
not.
possibly.
No, they're not.
No, no, they're not.
I think
They
possibly.
still can't play defense. Kevin Durant will be their best defender. Oh no, they have Dyson Daniels.
We have
Kevin
Desmond.
Durant's your second best defender. I don't know about that. Maybe prime Kevin Durant. Sure, prime Kevin Durant. Sure. 2025 Kevin Durant. No,
All right, all right,
no.
all right. We'll put the Hawks
Put him
in.
in D tier.
We'll
Put him in
put
D
them in a
tier.
high D for now.
All right, Boston Celtics. I think my grade on this really depends on whether or not they can get Kevin Durant without trading Jaylen Brown or Derek White. Actually, I feel like if you're getting Kevin Durant, Derek White, sure. But like if you're giving up Jaylen Brown, that's too much for me. If you give up Jaylen Brown, that's like a C. But if you don't give up Jaylen Brown, I guess that's like an A.
Well, how would they get
My
Kevin Durant
only
without giving
problem
him
with
Jalen
that,
Brown?
you give up like Derek White and three firsts. They have their first round picks. Actually, do they? Yeah, they do.
We
Because they
take.
didn't give up any first for KP and Drew Holiday.
I think if this trade's gonna happen, they're definitely gonna have to trade Drew Holiday.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, uh,
Yeah, they have plenty of
yeah.
trade assets. Uh
But
yeah,
honestly, they
I
should
don't
get rid
know.
of Kristaps Porzingis too.
They should. I mean, but the thing is,
Pingus
if
Pingus.
Jason Tatum is not going to be healthy next season, I don't see the reason to do this. So actually, I
Yeah.
think like this would be very nice if Tatum was healthy. Unfortunately, he's
Tatum
not.
would be out until like at least nah, he
All-Star
probably just
break.
wouldn't be healthy enough to play. Yeah, after
Yeah.
that for sure. But he's not gonna be like he's gonna be on like minutes restrictions like every
Yeah.
other game too.
If he gets like the magic Aaron Rodgers surgery, then maybe he can be back by like All-Star break.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah,
No.
I think
Yeah,
we
he
just
actually
got to
came
put
back
them.
way too fast. That was weird.
We got to put him in C
Okay. Well, why not D then?
He's
because
better than the
they have
Hawks, man.
because you know what D is for? D stands for don't have the assets.
Okay. Mavericks.
All right, the Dallas Mavericks. Oh, once again, like before this, you think like Daniel Gafford and like
Yeah.
three firsts, but now that Desmond Bane happened, like you're kind of gonna have to give up like maybe not Cooper Flag, but
PJ
you're gonna have to give up
Washington.
like a decent bit. Yeah, like PJ Washington, maybe Kyrie. So like if they can keep Kyrie, Anthony Davis, and Cooper Flag and get Kevin Durant, that's like S tier for me. Otherwise, if they're giving up Cooper Flag or Kyrie, it's like an A or B.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I put
valid.
that a B. I don't think there's any reason for them to trade Kyrie for KD in this situation.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I think KD's nice, but like honestly, like I don't think it's necessary. You got Cooper Flag.
Yeah.
So I think like we can put this in A. We can put this in A. It's nice. It's possible.
But
It's just not like the best.
what if Nico Harrison wants to go for another win now move and flip Cooper
Yeah, I
Flag?
just don't think it's possible. Like, yeah, he's either have to trade Cooper Flag for this deal or he's gonna keep whatever he has right now.
Yeah. So I think we can put this because even if he trades Cooper Flag, like Kyrie,
Yeah,
KD, and
no,
AD,
no,
like
that's not gonna
obviously,
work. You know that's not
obviously
gonna
they're
work,
losing the trade, but
Yeah.
like that's a decent team. You can be like a fifth
bro.
seed,
That's like
second round
that's
exit.
like the Nets back then. You
The
had James
Nets were
Harden,
good though.
Kyrie, and
The Nets
and
were
and
good.
KD. How
I
did
don't
that
want to
work
hear
out?
slander about that.
How did that work out? How did that
The
work
Nets,
out?
the Nets were good. The Nets were good,
They were
and you
like
have you have
They
half an
they
inch
AD,
away
they
you have
from
couldn't
them
AD
win
winning
who's
anything.
championship.
who's better than James Harden. They have AD who's better than James Harden.
He was half a shoe.
Yeah, they were like half an inch away from a championship. That was a good team.
Well, they also had like really good role
But did you
players.
remember they barely played together the entire season when they had the three bigs?
Yeah, they barely played. And then when they did, they were dominating. But okay.
All
Mavericks,
right.
we'll put them at the
I guess
B. Put
I
them at
guess
the
we
B
can put
right
them in
now.
B. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because
Yeah.
I don't
For
realistically
for
they're
sure.
probably not. He's probably not gonna go to Mavericks, but it'll be interesting. Nuggets.
Nuggets.
What's the Nuggets doing on this, Carson? You think they're going to land KD?
No, I mean
I mean, the Nuggets have
I
the
don't think the
picks.
Nuggets
The
are.
Nuggets have the picks. The
No, we
Nuggets have
don't
the
really
picks.
have
You
the
give
picks.
like
Nuggets don't
MP.
have the picks. Nuggets have nothing. Nuggets have MPJ though. Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah, it's like Michael Porter Jr. and
Who
three
the heck wants
unprotected
him?
firsts.
I
That's
mean,
like
Michael
not
Porter
bad.
Jr.
Or you
Man,
know what? No, you give up Julian Strother, Peyton Watson, and like two unprotected firsts. That will get you Kevin Durant.
that will not get you Kevin Durant.
But that's like
That
nothing.
is
That's
not giving
nothing,
you
dude.
Kevin.
What do
That's
you mean?
not getting you Kevin Durant. You got to do
Actually, you're right.
That's a bag of
You would
chips,
have to
buddy.
you would have to give up Christian Brown. You would have to
no,
give up Christian Brown.
no. It's got to be like Michael Porter Jr., Julian Strother, and like three
Christian
first.
Brown.
And at that point,
No,
I don't
you
know if
you
it's worth it.
I actually now that I realize like the I forgot that you guys had Christian Brown. The Suns are not giving you Kevin Durant unless you give them Christian Brown.
Yeah, yeah. So I'd say C as well. Yeah. Okay.
See, yeah. The Golden State Warriors. It's not happening. It's not happening.
Yeah, it's
D
not
tier.
happening. I
Move on.
mean, a lot of Warriors fans were talking about it. A lot of media was talking about it. KD said he
No,
doesn't want to
if
go
it was
back.
going to happen, if it was going to happen, he would be there already
Yeah,
because the Warriors called about him at the trade deadline and he said no.
yeah.
So just put him in D
Yeah.
because this is not going to happen.
He said
Okay, but
no.
he
He
doesn't
got
have a say
Jimmy.
in whether
Yeah.
he wants to go to the trade or not.
No,
He
he
doesn't
does.
have to
Yeah, he
say in it
does.
though.
He does have a say.
No,
He
no,
does
no,
have
no.
a say.
No, no, no,
He
no.
does have a say.
Like he said, he doesn't want to go to the go to the Wolves, but the Wolves can still offer a trade and for the team to accept it.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
him that has to accept it.
He doesn't have like a no trade clause, I don't think. But
Yeah,
I mean, I like to think the Suns at least somewhat value where he wants to go. But yeah, he said he doesn't want to go to the
yeah,
Warriors, and the Warriors got Jimmy. So yeah,
yeah.
Pistons.
Okay. Before we do the Pistons, let's take a quick break.
Okay, yeah.
A new one.
All right, welcome back. We're gonna continue with the Pistons. For now, Joshua is having some connections issues, so hopefully he can join us later. Yeah, but for now, the Pistons.
What does the Pistons have to offer for this trade? I think they definitely have to give up a lot of talent, but do they have a lot of draft picks as well?
I mean, we can take a quick look. I don't imagine them having a lot, but they probably have their most of their own picks. Yeah, yeah. See, they have all of their own picks, first round picks
Mm,
for yeah, like the next 7 years. So I guess not this year to Minnesota, but they have the rest of their picks. They have a lot of young players. I'm thinking like Jaden Ivey, Jalen Duran. So
yeah,
they have young players. They can definitely give up for KD. I'm just not too sure why they would. That's my main concern. I don't think they have any reason to do so. So I can't put them too high. Yeah.
yeah. I agree with that. But I think if they somehow landed, this is definitely an incredible move for them. Just looking at how they did this year in the playoff run, just with Cade
Mhm.
Cunningham,
Yeah.
I think it could be amazing for them.
Yeah. Yeah. So for now, I think
I
I'll
think what a
like
C
C.
or a
Okay.
B, yeah, C or B. I think, yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Clippers. Clippers, an interesting one. Steve Ballmer was said he's like really like trying really hard to get KD. I think I saw something about like Steve Ballmer like literally like crying like in his meeting with Kevin Durant, like just like begging him to come. And obviously there's also the Harden being in the Clippers. Um, Harden and KD have been teammates twice. You know, they're good friends. So it's interesting as well. Yeah.
yeah. What would you put this on the tier?
I don't know. I think even though I mean Ballmer wants Kevin Durant and just their team is so like I like how they're built. Um, with Harden, Kawhi, Zubac as like their big three, and
Yeah,
then Norman Powell and a lot
hard
of
to
like
fit another
really
Kevin Durant in there though.
yeah, it just doesn't really fit.
I think their team is really solid right now with
Yeah,
Powell. Like their starting lineup is really solid right now.
yeah, everyone can defend, everyone hustles, everyone can shoot. Everyone's just
Yeah,
like the chemistry is there. They play good basketball. I mean, Kevin Durant could potentially fit, but I mean, he's also been known for having a lot of, I guess, off court. drama and issues. So yeah,
That's true.
it'll
Yeah.
be yeah. So I think for now we can put it like C or B. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll put it low B for now. Yeah. Grizzlies. Um, they have the assets from the Desmond Bane trade now.
Yeah, but we saw that from the Shams report. They're not gonna look for a KD trade. They're not trying to pursue that. So it's probably not gonna happen anyways.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think if they somehow have KD, it definitely like makes sense for them to do that after trading away Desmond Bane. But if they're going to the rebuild route,
hmm
then they're probably not going to look for KD.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely agree. Since since it's already been reported that they're not really trying to get him, and we can just put him in D as well. But yeah, it's pretty much like with every team. Like you can't just pure basketball, you can't really lose with Kevin Durant, like as an addition on your team, like that's always gonna be a plus. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Miami Heat, definitely one of the big ones.
Miami is part of every single like superstar offseason trade talk.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, because they all say they want to go to Miami. I
Yeah.
think Kevin Durant
Am I
said that.
back?
Yeah, okay. So
Yeah, you're
Jonathan's
back.
Oh,
back.
finally, bro. I'm on my phone right now. Cause like actually like I don't know what's going on here, but like this is like rural China. This is like the equivalent of Indiana in China. I literally like see a cornfield over there.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, I think Kevin
So we're on
Durant.
the Miami Heat right now.
Yeah, yeah. So KD did say
But
that.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
during the Damian Lillard trade, like the Heat, like they all said that like Damian Lillard himself said that he preferred going to the Heat,
Yeah,
but
he
the
did.
deal
Yeah.
breaker for them was Jaime Jaquez Jr.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
basically
Yeah.
this season he hasn't played a single minute in like the last 4 months.
I
Yeah.
don't know, man. I don't know about this Heat thing. I wanna put them in D. Just because like what are they gonna give? What are they gonna give the Suns? Tyler Hero? I don't think the Suns want Tyler Hero. Like Bam? I don't think the Suns want Bam.
Well, I don't think they're giving up Tyler Hero back.
I don't think they're gonna give up any of those for Kevin
The
Durant,
thing is with
honestly.
the Heat,
And
like
what are they gonna give up?
they don't like to give up any of their players. Like it's like the Heat culture thing. They like
Yeah,
to be young
There's just gonna
it
be
never
players.
works out.
picks.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be picks then, or maybe they can give up. Oh, what's his name? The guy from Indiana.
They're gonna give up Andrew Wiggins in this trade.
Oh yeah, Andrew Wiggins. And then who's that guy from Indiana who looks like Wemby? He's shorter.
Oh,
Looks like
Kilo Ware or
Oh,
something.
Khalil Ware. Yeah,
oh,
Khalil Ware. They can
they
give up
said they're
Khalil
not
Ware.
gonna do Kel'el Ware.
That's not bad then.
Yeah, they're not gonna trade him, Hero,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and Bam.
that's.
I mean,
Wait,
yeah,
they're not gonna trade Khalil Ware?
yeah, they said they won't do it.
Nah,
I mean, he had a good rookie season.
I
But
mean, it
yeah,
makes
I
sense.
guess it's just like,
He has such promising potentials.
yeah,
um
fine then. Aaron Wiggins. Oh no, sorry, not Aaron
I mean,
Wiggins.
there is a
Andrew
trade
Wiggins.
like possibility
And
for this to happen.
yeah, I guess I don't love it though. I don't love it.
yeah.
And I just don't think Kevin,
Yeah,
like they make such a big deal about Heat culture. I'm not sure Kevin Durant fits Heat culture.
yeah,
No, yeah,
that's
I don't
true.
think he does. Yeah. But yeah,
Can't be
I
spotted
think
at the
if they
club.
do want to get it done, it's possible. Andrew Wiggins, Nikola Jovic, Davion Mitchell, they have guys that they
Ame
could trade
Jaquez.
if they're willing. Yeah, Hami Hakwar.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just
And then I guess you can put it in C because it is possible.
I think it has to be higher than C just because KD himself
I
says
think
that's
it's in the
the
B.
top three. I think it's got to be B.
I guess
Yeah,
yeah, we
I
can
think
put
okay.
we can put him B. We can put
I'll
him
put it
B.
above the Clippers and the Mavs.
Timberwolves. Throw that in S tier. Throw Timberwolves in S tier.
No, I don't know. I don't know. I think I
I
saw.
think I think this is very possible for this trade to happen. Like they throw in like Julius Randle, what else? Like maybe Dante.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
again, like
Mhm.
the Suns would end up with like Julius Randle. But like do you really want Julius Randle with Devin
No,
Booker?
no, no.
No, you flip Julius Randle. You can flip Julius Randle.
But like, no one really wants Julius Randle. I
I mean,
mean,
he's had a good off season, but I mean, playoffs, but
yeah.
like I still think like find it hard to think of him fitting on any team, you know.
Yeah.
But it's definitely possible. This trade is definitely possible.
I mean, as fans, we want to see like Anthony Edwards with his like, his idol, Kevin Durant and everything. But I don't know. I think I saw recently, I was near this morning or yesterday, KD says he doesn't want to go to the Timberwolves, which again, like he doesn't have a no
Yeah.
trade clause, but I like to think that he has some say. So I don't know about putting in an S, maybe like a high B or A.
No, but definitely, I think it would make the Wolves a lot better
Yes,
if they
yes.
flip basically Julius Randle and some like rotational pieces for Kevin Durant.
But what about like Jaden McDaniels? That would move the Suns.
I think I saw the like the trade scenario. They didn't really have Jaden McDaniels in it,
Oh,
but I think if they can keep Jaden McDaniels and get Kevin Durant, it's definitely at least
that
an
would
A
be
move
that
for
would be
them.
a really good front court, yeah. With Jaden
I
McDaniels.
saw one of the trade scenarios. It's Randall, Conley, Goga, Todd's, whatever. But they're doing like a three-team trade.
Okay,
It's like a lot,
I see.
and they get KD from that. And the Magic gets Dante DiVincenzo.
Oh, Magic at Dante? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
an
so
interesting trade.
we'll put the Timberwolves in A. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, Ryan, we know you have to leave. Just feel free to hop off whenever you need to. But yeah, we'll continue for now.
Okay.
Okay,
Fun.
I got to go right now. Joshua
You
can
have to go right
carry on.
now.
All right.
All right. We'll see
Yeah.
you.
See ya.
Yeah.
Wait, I switched back to my computer and I'm using data now. I actually don't
Okay.
know what is going on, bro. Stupid China.
But yeah, Thunder, OKC Thunder, another very heavy narrative one. A lot of fans want to see Kevin Durant go back to the Thunder. It'll be interesting to see. But I don't know. What- If they
I
win
don't
the
think he wants to go
championship,
back.
why do something like that? If it's a
Yeah,
free agent
exactly,
signing,
exactly.
maybe, but like a trade, why? Like,
Hmm.
yeah, really no reason.
Exactly. It's just no reason at all.
Yeah, just pure fantasy. Huh? Yeah, we'll put in a B or C, C, high
See,
C.
see. No, it's like me wanting Kawhi on the Pacers, you know. It's like it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, yeah. It's hopes and dreams.
Hopes and dreams.
Hopes and dreams. Magic,
Put him in D
D.
for don't have the assets.
Yeah. Sixers.
Sixers, Sixers, the Sixers can get him, but like why though?
Replace Paul George.
Replace Paul George? What are you gonna do with Paul George? No one wants Paul George. You gonna buy him out?
Yeah, I don't know. He is on that big contract, so
Like I don't see a reason for that. Maybe like I will just put in C for like
yeah, yeah. We're just not sure.
C for can't really
Doesn't
see it
really make
happening.
that much sense. C for what?
Yeah, can't really see that happening.
Yeah, yeah. Raptors, I mean, they also
Are
have some
they
young
C or D?
players, has some assets, but the timeline doesn't
We'll
really
put it
make
in
that much sense.
C because I think yeah, I agree with you. And also like, why would you make a big trade when Brandon Ingram has yet to play a game? Like
Oh,
he has
that's
not
true.
played a single
That
second for
is
you guys
true.
yet.
Yeah, Brandon Ingram has not
Like
played.
the Brandon Ingram basically is your offseason addition.
And he's kind of like a younger, not as good version of KD. So
Yeah. So what like Dollar Tree KD.
yeah.
We'll put
So
him in
we'll
C.
we'll, we'll have
Put him
the
in C.
Raptors. I added
Yeah.
higher than the Hawks, maybe. Or
Yeah. Definitely higher than the Hawks.
oh, and our final
All
two,
right.
probably the two biggest,
Spurs.
most talked about destinations for Kevin Durant.
Yeah. I think we got to put Spurs in S because if Spurs don't go in S, nobody's going in S.
Yeah.
Like it just works so well. And like it's pretty much exactly what the Spurs need. Like because the KD's specialty is like the one thing that Wemby doesn't really have down yet, which is go-to scoring. And
Yeah.
Wemby's like that's like one part of Wemby's game where he still needs some work.
Yeah. A lot of work.
At least like he can do it, just not consistently. So it'd be great to have like a Kevin Durant next to him. And also, these last two teams, Kevin Durant is from Texas.
Yeah.
And like they definitely have the assets. You throw in like a Jeremy Sohan and Devin Vassell, and you can probably get it done. And like maybe like the 14th
Keldon
pick.
Johnson.
All right, Rockets.
Rockets. It's probably between an S and
Rockets is
A
like
as
an
well.
A. I'll put it in A. Above the Timberwolves, though.
Yeah, above Timberwolves, I'd agree.
I don't know. I hate doing that though, because I really do not like the Rockets at all.
And yeah, I can relate.
But yeah, I guess they're a good destination. They're solid. All right.
All right, we can
On
move
to
to
Giannis.
Giannis.
All right. Before we even start, just throw the Hawks in F.
Yeah,
And then, yeah. All right, now we can start.
the Celtics and
The
F.
Celtics. No, we can put them in C because they definitely have the assets. It's just like there's no reason to do it.
There's
Like
no
if you
reason.
trade Jalen Brown, you can get Giannis.
Yeah, but why would they
But
do it? They have
like
no
they're not
reason
doing
to.
it. Yeah, but put them in C because F is for the people that like have no chance. Like
I don't
they
think they have a
they
chance.
physically cannot get
Okay. Oh
Giannis.
yeah, 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 okay. I see what you're saying.
The
The
Brooklyn
Nets.
Nets.
Nets are the interesting one. They're not that good,
We'll
but
put them
they could
in.
do it.
I would put the Nets in B tier. Reason being, it's possible, and it would be good for the Bucks. However, it would basically be the exact same scenario as the Bucks currently. Like Giannis, it would once again just be a roster where it's like Giannis and like a few bags of chips next to him.
But they actually have some solid young players. The Bucks can't really stay the
Yeah, they
same.
have like
They have AJ
Cam
Brown.
Thomas. They have Cam Thomas. They have Cam Johnson. But I really don't see them getting Giannis without trading one or both of those players. Like, let's be honest. If they trade for Giannis, Cam Thomas is gone.
Yeah,
Cam Johnson might be gone as well.
if I'm the Nets, I'm fine with trading away Cam Thomas. He's a good scorer, but with Giannis, like
Yeah.
I don't really see
No,
that.
I agree. But I just think that like this trade does not make sense if you can't keep Cam Johnson. Like you need to be able to keep Cam Johnson. And that's just gonna be really hard to do.
Yeah, it'd also be interesting to see the fit. Giannis and Claxton. Maybe Claxton is traded away as well, just because that wouldn't make too much space
Yeah.
sense for spacing. Um, but yeah.
And then like what would you do after that? Like his would you be playing with like what? Tyrese Martin?
Um, I mean they have D'Lo again.
They do have D'Lo again. But D'Lo is like that's like him playing with what's his name? Pat Bev, you know? I guess D'Lo's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like all around, it's just like a B for me.
Mm.
Because like I feel like if Giannis is getting traded, he wants to contend. And if he's going to the Nets, he's not really contending.
And I think Giannis also kind of wants to go to like a big city or like a large market. I mean, the Brooklyn Nets aren't that big of a franchise, but in Brooklyn, that is,
Yeah, but they're in New York. The thing
yeah,
is, they're in New York, so they can easily become huge.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like I
Like
see
the
the appeal
pathway to
for
becoming a
Giannis.
massive market is there.
Yeah. So I see the path for
All
him.
right,
Why I think the Nets are kind of underrated. And
Mavericks
yeah,
C.
okay. Yeah, I
Just
want to hear
because,
why.
just because, like, just because. Oh, they're not in F because once again, well, actually, that was D for the other one for don't have the assets.
Yeah,
But like, I feel like if they offered Cooper Flag, the Bucks would listen, you know.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I don't think they should do it. I don't think they should do it. It just doesn't make that much sense. Like obviously Giannis, AD, Kyrie, that's a pretty good big three. That's actually a very good big three. But I just think like the big three era is kind of past us.
I mean, a Big Three era wasn't that successful as well, so something to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Um,
There's like how many big threes? It's like two total big threes actually won rings. Actually, do we count the Spurs as big three? Otherwise, they
No,
won two.
no. Spurs.
But other than that, it's just like the Celtics big three and the Heat big three.
Yeah, basically. Um, Nuggets, let's say F. There's Jokic.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, enough said. Warriors. A lot of people talk about this one. Warriors fans again, very hopeful that
Very
Giannis.
delusional. Very delusional. But we can put it in A tier. I think we can put it in A tier. Reason
They
being
have the
is that like
potential assets to
they
trade
have
for Giannis.
it would be tough though. They would have to give up like they'd have to give up like Gary Payton Jr., sign and trade for they'd probably have to give up Moses Moody and Jonathan Kuminga and like
Yeah,
three
both
firsts.
Moody and Kuminga, maybe Pods. One of the at least two of the
Yeah.
three. Two of the three between
Mhm.
Podziemski, Moody, and Kuminga.
Yeah. And honestly, I would like that because if they get rid of Kuminga, they get better because Kuminga is just not good, and they get Giannis. Like, what's there to hate about this? What's not to love?
And we think about the
There's
vertical
nothing not to love.
spacing that Giannis can provide for Curry and just the
Oh
Warriors.
my goodness, can you imagine
Yeah.
that? Can you imagine that team? It would be like, oh, but then you'd have to start Buddy Hield. Don't love that. But
I mean,
if you
if you
can if
keep
you can get away with
Podziemski,
not trading pods, if you can get away
yeah,
with not trading pods, Curry, Pods, Butler, Green, Giannis,
yeah,
that's kind of good. That's
that
kind
is
of
really
nice.
good.
That's an
Yeah,
insanely good defensive front court.
yeah. Between Jimmy,
That is a very good
Draymond,
defensive front court. Yeah.
Giannis, Pods is a pretty decent defender. Curry has improved a lot as well. That team is very on offense, very versatile as well. A lot of ball handlers. So pretty much all five of them really
Yeah.
can be that offensive fulcrum. So yeah, maybe not Podziemski, not
All
yet,
right.
but hopefully eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to the Pistons. Uh, Pistons. We'll put them in. Do you think the Pistons have the assets?
I mean, maybe. They do have young players, Jaden Ivey, Jalen Duran. Um, yeah, but
And we'll put them in B. It's interesting. Giannis and Cade. That is very interesting. The only issue is neither of them are great shooters,
yeah,
and you
no.
kind of need like shooting in the modern NBA. And in order to trade for Giannis, you'd probably have to give up some of your shooters.
When we think about their shooters, Tim Hardaway Jr., veteran, Tobias Harris as well,
Malik Beasley.
Malik
Actually, Malik
Beasley.
Beasley's a free agent.
Yeah, so that's something
So you probably have to
watch
give
as
up
well.
Jaden Ivey. You're definitely gonna have to give up Jaden Ivey.
I don't really see this happening. I also
Yeah.
why I don't know. They're a division rival, which isn't that big of a thing in the NBA, but I mean, it's still something to consider. I don't. Yeah,
All right, we can go C then. We can go C.
yeah.
Clippers is an easy F. They simply don't have. They just don't have enough.
Yeah. It also the fit just
Lakers,
doesn't make too much sense.
yeah. Lakers, I guess if you threw in Austin Reeves, but like realistically, if I'm the Bucks, I'm not building around Austin Reeves.
Yeah, I'm also just not sure where LeBron and Giannis would like
Yeah,
how that would
like I feel
work.
like if this is happening, this is like a post LeBron move,
Yeah,
and
like maybe
after LeBron retires, kind of thing.
yeah, I feel like that's another one
So
that's
I guess we
great.
can put it in C because it's possible, and like that kind of stuff, it might happen, but like it's just
Yeah, yeah.
I don't like the fit that much.
I
Actually, no, I
mean,
do like the fit,
you're
but
looking at
I just
Luca
don't
and
like the
Giannis.
realisticness.
You're looking at Luca, Giannis. So,
Yeah,
and that's
it's not
probably
like it can't
something we
happen,
haven't
but
seen
like
until like seeing what was the last time we saw something like that, like Kobe and Shaq. So
yeah.
see, but
Well, let's not get this wrong. Luca is no Kobe. Luca is no Kobe.
yeah, Luca's no
Uh,
Kobe. Giannis is no Shaq right now as well. So
Memphis Grizzlies. I like that. I like this Memphis Grizzlies thing. I'm a big fan. You trade those 4 firsts and Jaren Jackson Jr. for Giannis. Ooh, that's nice. That is very nice. That might be S tier.
But then I'm looking at
That
the
might be S
Grizzlies,
tier.
and they're all of a sudden a little similar to the Magic, except with Giannis. Like very very much
That
alike.
is true. That is true. However, Zach Edey is an underrated 3-point shooter. Actually, no, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not.
Not.
But he could. He's like. If you leave him wide open, he's like 30%.
You did not say Zach Edey's underrated.
No, I think he's underrated because people actually just think he can't shoot at all. But like, if you leave him open, he's like 30%.
Yeah. We'll leave him open
They
30.
do have like Jalen Wells. They have who's the other guy? Oh,
They have Vince Williams Jr.
they have Scottie Pippen Jr.
They have Scottie Pippen Jr. They have a lot of like nice young guards,
Yeah,
Conchar.
solid. We'll put
Sharp.
this. We'll put this in B.
But yeah, I just don't know. I just don't see it. It just doesn't really. I want to put
Yeah,
it in C, maybe a high C.
you want to put it in C, really? Okay, I guess we can do that. Heat F. Not happening. Don't have the assets.
There've been
Unless
rumors of Giannis going to the Heat for like the last 5 years, and I know it's like every superstar is rumored to go to the Heat, but I mean, yeah,
no. Heat or F. Let's be honest. Heat or F. Because they're not going to give up Bam. And if you're not giving up Bam, you're not getting Giannis.
well, I mean, just the same thing with KD. We talked about they can give up people. It's just they probably don't want to do that. And
Yeah. All right. I guess it's a C then.
yeah,
This C tier is getting very crowded.
this is a very crowded C tier. Yeah, Timberwolves
Minnesota Timberwolves.
C or maybe a B. Really.
Yeah. Oh, we'll do B. We'll do B. Just because the fit is good.
Is the fit really that good though? Gobert, Naz Reid, Jaden McDaniels, Giannis.
Ah, we'll just put it in B and move on.
Yeah, C's getting a little crowded. Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting a little bit crowded.
Yeah.
Knicks, it's either A or F. In terms of fit, it's A. In terms of possibility, it's kind of close to F.
I like Giannis on the Knicks. It's really just a
Okay.
feeling.
All right.
Yeah.
OKC and F. If OKC gets Giannis, the league is over. Adam
Yeah.
Silver. Adam Silver.
Adam Silver
Veto
has
that
to veto
trade.
that. Has to veto the trade.
Adam Silver needs to veto this trade.
Yeah. Magic.
All right. Magic F. They no longer have the assets.
That's just like
And also, I don't like
capitalizing
the
on their
fit.
weaknesses and not really improving their strengths. Yeah.
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 Sixers, I would also say F, right?
Yeah, Sixers
Like
F. Yeah,
you would,
does make
yeah,
sense.
Sixers F. Spurs, easy S. Easy S tier.
S is for Spurs.
S is for Spurs.
Yeah.
This channel might just glaze the Spurs a little bit. But
Yeah.
if you're gonna watch, you better be okay with that. Raptors F. Raptors F.
Yeah. Rockets A.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good tier list.
So if we're looking at this now,
All right.
if we look at these two tier lists, the Spurs and the Rockets are both in the top 5
Yeah,
for
it's pretty similar. Yeah,
destinations for Kevin Durant or Giannis. So that has major
because
implications,
they have assets and the fit is
especially
good.
the West.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we look forward to seeing what happens if
Yeah. All right.
Giannis does move to the West, and if Kevin Durant
Mhm.
does move to one of these Texas teams.
Yeah.
The West has
All
been
right.
even scarier than it actually is right now. So
Yes. Okay. Well, thank you all for watching. Yeah.
and
Thank
that
you
will
all for
be it
watching.
for episode 2.
Yes.